for me.
Oh, that's interesting, because mentioning cultural diversity, it brings me to the point that after 9/11, you know, I was called upon to do many lectures on cultural diversity to the police academy in Florida, here in South Florida. So it makes sense. I'm seeing the connection.
Yes.
There is such a need for police officers, law enforcement officers, to understand cultural diversity. So I could see why you have that connection. And because of my interfaith background and multicultural upbringing, it really helped me. And we had a good working relationship with the law enforcement and teaching cultural diversity. So I could see the need, and and I think it should be something that should continue on a regular basis for law enforcement.
Absolutely. And you know, it's interesting you mentioned 9/11, because once 9/11 happened in New York.
So you were lieutenant in the days of 9/11.
Yes.
Because you retired at
Yes.
203.
Yes, that's
and
right.
9/11 was in 2001,
Yes.
2001.
Yes, yes. I was there when the first plane hit the first tower. I was coming out of the Battery Tunnel in New York. And I was on my way to John Jay College of Criminal Justice to teach a crisis intervention class.
Okay.
The irony of this. And we say, you know, how blessed I was that I didn't perish that morning. Alhamdulillah. Right? So the blessings of God is the generosity of God was present then and is, of course, always. And so
you have first-hand experience.
Firsthand, right there. And from that moment, from that very, very moment, for a year and a half later, I worked at Ground Zero. And again, God placed me in the right place at the right time, having the PhD in social work, an understanding of crisis intervention. My chief put me in that position where I was helping the families. All of the families were coming in crisis to the police, to what was called a family assistance center, like a warehouse almost. And many services were being provided to the families at that time. So I worked for a year and a half in that ministry.
I never knew, and I would have never thought that you were a cop and a sergeant and a lieutenant.
Yes.